Hey guys, just wanted to take this video because I spent some time looking into this before I actually got into the job. But what I'm doing here, this is a '89 Ford F350 Econoline van. But for some reason, parts are hard to find for it. I think it's got a lot to do with the fact that I think it's registered as a bus, and that makes things a little bit more difficult to get. Your regular auto parts stores don't normally have everything for it. But what I wanted to show you here was on our brake situation. I'm putting new brakes on this. Calipers, shoes, rotors, pads, the whole 9 yards. All new hardware, everything. And I figured I should show this because I couldn't find anything about it. And I thought, you know what, this might help other people figure out how to do this. But anyhow, on this unit, trying to get to the wheel cylinders is an absolute nightmare. There's no room between the actual spring, the leaf springs here, and the back of the plate here. There's just no room. I mean, if you had the snap-on tool guy in your driveway, you might be able to get the right tools to do it, but your average tool person is not going to have sufficient tools to do this job. So what I ended up doing, the only way I could see to get in here was to actually take off the plate that mounts the springs to the rear end, to the axle. Now, of course, do this one side at a time, because if you do both of them, you're going to end up losing your axle. But if you do one side at a time, it's safe. And do it with 6-ton wheel stands underneath the axle, 2 of them. You're not going to be able to lift the whole van in the air to do this. You're going to have to lift at the actual axle. And the axle puts weight on the springs and keeps everything captive until you can get back behind here and work on things. Now, when I take the wheel cylinders out, when I'm doing it this way, on the driver's side, it's not so bad because the fitting is right here on the axle, and you can just unbolt that and just pull the actual line, the brake line in with the actual wheel cylinder when you get it off, and you can just unbolt it from right here, and that works out pretty good. You can get back behind here to get to it, but it's still a little bit of a chore. Now, as far as getting all the wheel cylinders and everything back in, just leave this plate off until you're done with the job, and it's going to give you all kind of access behind here. Now, I have a 350 truck, and the spring is nowhere near as close to this plate as it is in this unit, and that's why I figured I would post this to help somebody else out, because I know I'm not the only person that's run into this problem, because the actual plate that goes on top of here is massive, and it gets in the way, and it's on with 4 bolts. It's not hard to get out. It comes out, just use a little bit of lube to get it out, a little bit of oil, and she should come right out. Let me see what size that is. That thing is 5/16. So these bolts that hold this plate on here are just 5/16 bolts, and there's 4 of them up here. But with this plate on here, it's almost impossible. You got like 1.5 inches to reach behind here to get this stupid wheel cylinder off. And there's also the emergency brake arm that fits right here. You got to take that off to get the wheel cylinder out. I know others that haven't done that, have pulled the arm up to get it out of the way, but all you're going to do is make a mess and bend things and break things, and it's just foolishness. It's not even worth your time. Just do it right and get it done right the first time, and you won't have to screw around too much with it. But the job is made pretty simple, simply by taking that plate off. So, guys, take a note, and hope this helps some of you out there, because these are a pain in the ass to do any other way. But all right, I'll put some more stuff on about the van here as I go. Got more to do to it. Talk to you later.